Salut coders, welcome back to another tutorial, and in this tutorial I want to show you how we can exit from the group. And on previous tutorials I showed you how to create groups and sending group messages. So let me show you by an example. If you go to groups here, currently I have only one group, so let me just create another group, and I select a member that I want to add in my group, and I can call it a test group. So in here I'll just say test group. So after creating, you can see this is the new group that I just created. I can say I can write anything in the group and the users of this group. So if I do this message information, you can see so far no one read, it's not delivered to anyone because the other user is offline. So I want to exit from this group. So if I want to exit from this group, I'll just go to group details. These are the two users in this group details, and I just say exit. I can click exit group. Are you sure? Then I click yes. So by doing this, you can see the group has been deleted. So let's get started, guys. I want to show you the whole process of exit from the group. Okay, we go to our group details screen, which is in dashboard, group details, and we want to add a button. For simplicity, for consistency, we want to add the button that we added on the login page. If you go to login page, we have this button, which is elevated button. So just copy the code. We want to reuse the existing code that we have, put it here, and remove what happens when the button is clicked. Let's remove the implementation for now. And here we just say exit group. Exit group. So we want to see the changes on the device. Let me save. So if I go to groups, if I select this first group and I will go to group details, we have a bug in here. Let me try to see what's the issue. The issue is on tile width, leading size. Let's go to this widget. Let's go to the tile. This one, this is the leading. So we need to add let's add a size box, and I can say width equal to 100, a comma. Don't worry about my keyboard. Sorry, here height goes to 100, and let's test now if you are able to see something. So usually if there's an issue, you have to restart. It failed to recover. So let me go to group details. You can see it's now showing, but 100 is too big. Let's make it 50 because let's make it 50. Yeah, I think now it's better. And this is the button that we added, which is exit group. So let's go back here, and we want to add let's add a style. We just say style, and the type of style is button style. We want to change the background color to be red. So we just say background. So let's see which one. It requires material state property. So usually you don't, if you know this is the material state property, you just copy it. If you don't know the type, then you just say off, or I can say material state property or this one, and in here I can set the type of color, right, like this, and I can say colors. This is the background dot red. I want to make it red. So if I refresh, you can see it's now red, but I want to change the the foreground color. So let me do this and copy this. And this one, make it foreground. And I want to change the title to be white, like this. After doing this, I want to, if I click this button, I want to show the button saying, are you sure you want to exit? So in our widgets, we have something that is called chat widgets. So we have a chat dialog, which is chat dialogues, this one. But these are the dialogues that we currently have. The title, okay, the title, I will say exit group. In the description, it's, are you sure? In the type, it's of let's see the type here, which is alert type, this one. The alert type of, I want to import this. It's a warning. Let's put like a warning so that a user is notified. Then I will save. After saving, if I click this, it's showing exit group, are you sure? This one only have an okay, so we want to have a yes or a no button. So this is just for information. So let's just copy this one. In this one, we call it confirm dialog, which is a confirmation. Confirm dialog, and it's supposed to have two buttons, okay, yes or no. Okay, no to your right, and yes. So after doing this, let's go back to our screen details. Let's change this to this one, and I will just say, I will save this one. Then I click. It's now showing, are you sure? Are you sure? Yes or no? But if I click yes, it's just disappearing. So we want to have a callback to our button so that we know that is it a yes or is it a no which was clicked. So let's go back to our dialog. So in our dialog here, we want to add this. Okay, we want to add this method, and we want to add a callback. Sure. So this callback, let's make it here, and I call it value changed, and this value change is of type bool. And I will call it on confirmation. So this confirmation, when this one is clicked, we have this navigator. So in here, we want to do a pop-up that's okay. This logic. We want to remove the dialog. After removing the dialog, on our callback, this on confirmation, this is a yes. So we must have this callback, which is saying we'll pass true. The same logic that we have done here, we want to do it on this one. So let's just replace this. And here, this is a no. So are you sure, yes or no? For no, we say false. But we have an error somewhere here because we are supposed to add a callback, this callback, and the callback will be this one. So we want to enter. So let's just print the value which came from the dialog, and I can say yes or no. If we know that it's a boolean. So if it's true, we are supposed to exit the group. If it's no, we just hide the dialog. We don't do anything. So I will save this one and I'll click the button again. Yes. As you can see, we clicked it true. So yes or no, true. Or if I do this, no, it's false. So in our implementation, we just say if value is true, we know it's true. We have to what? We have to delete. So just say exit group. Then I do this. Yes, it shows exit group. If I click this, no, it doesn't do anything. So this is the first implementation that we want to the design for showing this dialog. So after doing this, on our we want also to add the implementation here to delete a member. So on our view, this view, so far we don't have any action to this. So on our tile, remember we added our tile, this one, and on our tile we have the leading, which is the image, and we have the tile, this one, and we want to add let me minimize this. Let me minimize some of the things here to make it simple. So here I want to add a tail. So in here we just say trailing. Trailing is a widget. So this is the widget. We want to add an icon. So on our icons, I just say icons dot delete. I want to show this one, and the color, I will choose colors dot gray. In the size, I will say 20. So I will show this delete button. So for this delete button, I have to, so far we don't have any action for this. So what I want to do for a seen message, if I come back here, if I do long press here, if I see this, you see this is also showing. So I don't want to show this when I'm reusing this this widget. So I don't want to show this. So what I can do in here, I will just say boo. I can say boo. I can say hide options. Then by default, I want to put it here. I'll just say this hide options by default equals to true. Equals to true. So when this one is true, I want to, on this trailing, when it's true, on the trailing, I have to say now. So by default, it will hide the option. So if I save this, and if I come this, by default, it will be, you don't see the icon. So that's okay. But when I let me come back to this detail screen, or let me do this and message details in here, and in here I will just say hide options. I will set it don't hide, like setting to false. So if I come to the group details, if I do this hide options, I'll set it to false. let's see, am I in the correct group message details? No, I'm in the wrong one. I added the logic in wrong. I want to do it in the group details, this one. That's where I want to do the implementation. Then I will save. It's now showing. So in this one, you can see this one. So also in here, I want to show you something on value changed here. I want to add this value changed also. The same logic that we added here, this one, value changed. I want this logic echo back. This is a function. So this one is on option clicked. This one is an option clicked, and I want to make sure this one to be we must implement this one. I don't want to make it optional, or it's okay, I can make it optional. Let's make it optional. Let's make it optional. This is how you can design your widgets if you want to design your custom widgets. So I'm showing you how you can design your custom widgets. So on value clicked, this one. So in here we just check this one, like if not equal to now, we want to do this. If it's not equal to now, we want to do this. Let's force and repeat, and we want to pass this member. So this is the member that you want to then let's unrepeat also. There's an error here. Let's remove this. I think it's a boolean. Here it was a boolean. You're supposed to make it a group member Appwrite. So here we'll be listening to this callback. So where do you want to listen to this thing? So if I click this, if I save this, right now it's now because we didn't implement the logic. So we ended the now part here. So if I remove this and unwrap, we will get an error. So you have to make sure that it was initialized. So in our group details screen here, let's handle that, which is on clicked. And in our implementation, let's handle that. So it will return that value, and I'll just say print, and I'll print the member name, right, which is the option for this member. What's the member value dot, or let's print the member because you are more concerned on the user ID. So for this callback, we'll be listening to any action that is going to happen here. So if I click this, you can see this is for this number. If I do this, this is for this number. So also in here, we want to also to handle are you sure or this one. So far, let's just do for them, for exiting, for removing, just for deleting, or okay. Let's do this. Let's go to the message screen. I think something. Let's do it together. Let's go. We already implemented some logic in the message screen. Here we have a bottom dialog. Yeah, this one. So in here, let's copy this implementation. And let's go back here. And this logic is just for a member, right? if you click that more option button, so I will remove the icon to make it more option. So in here I want to pass, if I go here, where's this logic? I'm looking for this logic, this one. I want to pass the actual person here. Which is the form. If it's right, if I do this, select an option, and this logic was to play a video, and let me remove this, and the icon here should be delete. Let's make it delete, and the text will be remove. So this is a divider, and I want this logic was for picking images, and let me remove this. I don't need this logic. The other one is to make admin. And I'll remove this logic, right? But this one, what I have to do is, I don't want to show this one. It's only shown when the user is not an admin. So I'll just put an if statement here, or let me do this, and group Appwrite dot admin. I think we have the logic admin not equal to true. For this logic, do this, and I will minimize this, else I put a sized box like this, and I'll make it a constant, right? So in here, I'll just come here in our logic on our callback. This one was for exit group, and I need this one. This is the option. When we click that option and we pass this value, so I can do this. Then if I click this thing, you can see we have a remove member and make this person an admin. So far there's nothing, there's no action on this, so we can leave it as it is. We want to implement the business part, and also I showed you for this one, yes or no. So for this one, we want also to, if you want to exit, if you want to make that person an admin, like what you did, or you want to remove that person, if I do this, remove a member, I will come here, and in this logic, which is this one, remove a member, I will come here and do also the same logic, which is this one is a callback, like yes is to remove a member. That's what we will call our business logic. So remove. Are you sure? So what are you sure you want to remove? And let's put this, which is you want to remove, and then you put the name, right? So to make it more interactive. So if I click this, if I click remove, are you sure you want to remove Pisk? If I say yes, you see remove a member callback was called. And like what we did in here, remember we have to call this pop navigator pop-up to remove that, to remove this loading. So before I do this, I just put this, and also this callback, remove a member. Let me look for the remove member. No, do this here. So if I click this, you can see it's already an admin, so you don't make that person admin. So if I click remove, no, you see the dialog just. So if I say make admin, it just this navigator will just allow our user to close this bottom dialog. So what's next now? I think we have to implement the business part. So if I click exit group, if I click yes, we need to exit this. We need to exit from this group. So let's implement that change. So we have this one in our screen, which is our group screen. We have a view model. So in here, we want to exit the group. We want to exit that user from the group. So here it's like exit group. And if you come back here, we want to exit this. We want to use this user, like this member. This for me, for exiting group, it's my for exiting a group, it's my current, it's my profile. So we already know that we have state dot my user ID. We already have your user ID. So I want to exit from my ID. So in here we just say group underscore, let's say underscore from group repository. I want to remove my profile from the list of group members. So what I can do is I can get, let me go to the group members. Let me go to the group members, and I want to get this user, the member ID, it's my user ID. So what I can do, the group member, the group is state.group ID. I think we have that. .id, or else let's unwrap this. Sometimes the group can be now. And the member user ID is the state. I want to move out from this one, which is my member user ID. And then I want to, let's say this one, make it async. Then I will say final member. And I'll put it await. So for this, let's see what is in here. This one, we must get an ID also. So for this logic, let me just copy, and I want to make it simple. This is for, let me add the logic for delete a user, that user. So I will just say delete a member. So in here we will get the, if I do the find group by ID and member, which is the user ID of the user who is in our group. So if it's not now here, then we want to do the logic, and here I want to return a bool, right? And false if we didn't manage to delete the user. So for an exception, I want to know which one is throwing the error. So in here, I just want to say await like what we did here. Await dot delete document, which is the database. The database ID is going to be this one. Let's copy this, and the collection will be on group members. So this is the user that is we are removing from the group members, and the document ID will be document dot documents dot first ID. So we want to remove this user, and let's see what is being returned here. It's returned nothing. So if there's no error, we will return success. Return true, it means we managed to delete the user. So in our view model here, we just do this, and here it's deleted. So if this thing is deleted, what we can do is we can return this. Let's just return this and make this a future of bool. And in the process of deleting, let me do this, sorry. Final is deleted. I thought something, and we'll return this. I know for a chat application it's going to be fast, but what I want to do is just saying loader set to true, so that it shows that it is loading, and here it shows false. We want to show a loader. So in our logic, in our screen here, where we want to exit group, let's go to the option in waste. Here on our implementation to exit group, we just say in our notifier dot exit group, and let's make it async, await, because we want to wait for. So we want to add this async on this method, and it's deleted. Make it a final. So what happens if it's deleted? If you manage to delete this, if it's deleted, what you want to do is to, why is it showing an error? Okay, because it can be a null because of this. So if it's deleted, the result in here is deleted. We want to do the navigator dot pop up. We want to move back from this screen, and let me show you. If I exit this group, I want to move back from this screen, it will come back here. But once we are in here, I'm not supposed to be able to send a message. So what I want to do is this: when I'm back here, I want to check if I am still in this group, because I don't know what is going on when someone comes here. So when I'm in here, I want to check if I'm still in that group. If I'm not, I will do a back again, and I will come back here. When I come back here, it will auto reload the groups, so I will be that group won't be appear here. So let me go back in here. So let me go back to, so after doing this pop-up, I will be in this screen. So that screen is the group message screen. So in our module, I want to check if I'm still in the group. So the same logic that we added here, which is this one. Let me copy this. This is the same logic that I want to do here. But this one, the delete message, I don't want to use this delete message. I want to use get. I want to get my, it's to get this one. So here I just say maybe group ID. I think I have a group ID here. I can use the group ID. And this method is returning this. So what I want to do is that I want to handle something like a get, I can say get my group, get my group profile. I can say get my group profile. So here, it doesn't matter, no need for this future. So what I want to do here is to check if it's if the group profile is not now. If I get a now here, so means if it's empty, it means I will return a now. It means I'm no longer in that group. If I'm no longer in that group, I want to be, so I just say profile. So if I'm, let's just remove, because I don't want to show this loader for this operation. It will be in background, and this logic will be called somewhere. Let's not focus on that right now. So what I want to do, so I want to add a value which is on finished. Remember, value, this one. And here I want to enter something. So in here, if it's bool, I can say on no profile retrieved. So this one, it's going to be our callback. So when no profile retrieved, I just want to say if profile is assigned to now, or I just say, I just do this, Z profile. So when I get this, it's either true or it's either now or. So in here, it's supposed to be, sorry, let's just add this. When it returns a now, right, let's not put a boolean. So this is going to be my profile, and I want to import this. So in our view, let's do this, this one. Okay, remember, sorry, in here I'm supposed to put, it can be a now. That's why it is complaining. This thing can be a now. So I want to call this thing in our, we want to call this callback, this one, we want to call it in our, we want to initialize it first. So on our screen, let's see where we are calling notifier. I think in here there's somewhere we are initializing this. So we are initializing this in this thing. Which Oh, sorry. We are not supposed to initialize it here. It is in here, this screen. So there's somewhere we are initializing our. There's somewhere initializing here. Let's see, where is this thing? So in here, I just say message notifier in our message screen, like this. So if the value here is now, because it can be now, if it's now, if the value here is now, then we want to do a navigator dot pop up, because it means the profile has been deleted. So we want to go back to the message screen. So, but we still need a way. How do we, when do we call this thing? Because we want to know when to call this thing, and the best way to call it this thing, it's on our when we change, like when there's a focus, we want to add a focus detector, so that when we gained a focus to this page, so if I'm this, if I come back here, the time I just come back here, I want to call this endpoint, right? So what I can do right now is to come back to our screen, is to come back to our this screen. Before I do anything, let's go back to the, yeah, this is the screen. So in here, I want to add I want to wrap with a widget called focus. I think it's called focus detector. And in here, there's a callback called on focus gained. So what happens when every time when I gain this thing, I want to call this method called, where's this thing? I want to call this method which is get my group profile. I will get my group profile. So by doing this, if I don't have an ID here, I think I will just let me just try to initialize it here. And I just do the same. Where's the group ID? This is the group ID also. So in here, I will just come back here, because I know sometimes because this thing. So let me test this. So let me first come here. Let's see what's the issue in here. Okay, I think I know why. I think the error will be gone, because right now what we can do. Okay, when we load the screen, this thing is not yet initialized. So I just say if not equal to now, right? If this thing is not equal to now, because the initialization is done later. So if it's not equal to now, I don't want to listen to this. So if I come here right now, you see the error is gone, and I go to the group details, and I want to exit from this group. And if I do currently, before I do that, I'm in two groups. So let me just move from this one, testg, this one, and I'll just exit group, and I'll say yes. As you can see, I've managed to remove to to move away from all the groups. So this is the implementation to exit from group. So I showed you how we can manage it from here, and moving away from this, what will happen once you are in here. And in here we just use focus detector. When I gained focus, after I gained focus, I didn't get my profile, so it means I'm not in that group. Then I'll come back, I will be in this group. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you are now understanding the flow of this exit from group. In the next video, I will show you how to remove this member from the group. Salut coders.